Hello guys, this is Wobbly here, and I am here to talk to you about Overlord Season 2 and give you my opinion on it. Personally, I think Overlord Season 2 is actually pretty good, and yes, I know some of you who have been watching it so far might bring up the fact that the main character, Einzelgone, has not actually shown up in basically any of the episodes, though I honestly don't really care about that because they left it off last season where he doesn't really have much to do, and I like how they're actually doing this so far because they're showing us the people he's going to be facing and basically how everyone else views Ainz. Like the lizard man in the village, how they actually view him as some evil monster essentially because he's trying to kill them all. And we actually get to see that the lizard people in the show are not just monsters, and that they actually care about each other and want to defend, and they actually end up allying, which is what most of the episodes are about. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself. It's just I really like this subject. Let's see. Oh yeah, there was the fact that, if you ask me, so far it looks like the lizard man and I'm sorry, I forget his name, but the one lizard man who has the frost blade, so far it seems like they're the main characters. So far it looks like this is mainly just giving new characters their spotlight and pre-existing characters more screen time. Like, for instance, Cocytus didn't get any screen time in the Season 1. Season 2, as you can tell, he's been given a lot more screen time. We've been able to see him actually plan a battle because, he's a warrior. It makes sense to have him on a battlefield. And we've also seen some of the other Pleiades actually speak and, the character. Like the one Pleiades, I'm sorry that I forget her name. I do not remember everyone's name in this show. It's been a while. They show them, and obviously they're wearing a mask. If any of you didn't know, their face is just a mask. It's because they're basically a bug. And then, of course, they introduce some new characters, which are like Cocytus's two minions, who we have not seen before. Sadly, they haven't said anything. They're probably just drones, but one can hope. We've also seen what happens to Shalltear after she gets revived, which she's a drunk now, apparently. I mean, I honestly found that a little funny that in the bar scene, she's acting like she's drunk, even though she can't get drunk, because she's a vampire. And even the bartender's like, you can't get drunk, right? And then, they just yell at him. And, let's see. Oh, one of the most ridiculous things that I think they have introduced, though, is the penguin butler. I'm not saying I hate him. I think he's funny. But I still don't think they should have introduced a penguin butler who has a humanoid wearing a penguin mask serving him. I'm sorry. My personal opinion, I don't prefer it. But anyways, the majority of the season so far, in the 4 or 3 episodes they've released so far, I'm sorry, the camera's moving around a lot, they have basically just introduced the lizard people, how they work, and what their society is based around. And I really like that because they actually say there used to be 6 tribes, but supposedly one of them got completely wiped out during this war with all the other tribes. And that basically sums up their past and how they actually are able to work together, and there's just 2 tribes that this one guy has to talk into working with them. And let's see. If I had to say so far who my favorite character is, though, in this series, new season of Overlord, I would have to go with I'd probably say Cocytus. I mean, he doesn't get too much screen time, but he still gets more screen time, and I just liked his character to begin with because he's so loyal. And one thing I found interesting, it doesn't seem like they even wanted to completely destroy the Lizardmen. Because if you didn't catch that near the end, spoilers by the way, if any of you haven't gotten to this episode 4, cocytus actually says that was a close fight. And he says this after the Lizardmen win. So from that point, we can basically guess that he was hoping that the Lizardmen would actually win. I don't know if it's because cocytus wants to recruit them, or if he actually wants to fight them himself, and he's happy that the original force failed, so now he gets his spotlight on the battlefield. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I think that might be what they were going for. As far as if it was or wasn't, I don't know. But still, I think they're doing pretty well with season 2. I just hope that they don't go through the entire season shunning Ainz. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said before earlier in the video, I'm happy that they're giving the side characters their time in the spotlight. But you cannot have a season 2 of a show and completely ignore the main character. It's just plain and simple. So, yeah. From this point on, I hope they have it where cocytus and the Lizardmen probably will reach an agreement. I mean, I could see them getting absorbed into the... I'm not sure what you would describe it as. As they be absorbed into the followers, essentially, of Ainz, which I think would be cool. Or cocytus will battle them and they'll lose, probably. Or it will be a standoff. Honestly, I don't know where I want this to end up, because one side I want cocytus to win, because, Ainz Algon's side is the main side. I really like his side, because, let's be honest, all the best characters. And, the Lizardmen I just want to win, because they're fighting for, basically their livelihoods. They're fighting for their way of life. So I want them to win, but I also want cocytus to win, so the best I could possibly get, which would probably be good, like an in-between between the two things I want, is a standstill, where neither side wins, and they're basically both devastated to the point where neither one bothers attacking the other or fighting anymore. That's what I think would be a preferable ending for me. I'm not sure about... Oh, I am sorry about that camera shake. I don't know about you, but that's my personal opinion, and I notice that I keep saying that a lot. So I'm just going to end the video here, and so yeah, just leave in the comments what you think about Season 2, what you hope will happen, and ask any questions that you want me to answer, and yeah. That's all for this video, so please like and subscribe. See ya.